One of the dominating changes in our culture is the move from Christian faith to a secular perspective. So the dramatic thing has happened that Europe, who has for so long time been built upon the Christian faith, has chosen to divorce itself from Christianity. It's been a long process, starting, you can say, with the Enlightenment. From the beginning, just affecting a small elite, but during the 20th century, taking over Western cultures. We have gone from a Christian culture where Christianity has been at the backbone of culture. Not that everyone was a Christian, of course, but belief in God and an understanding of the world that was affected by the biblical worldview was dominating. Now it is a secular perspective where there is no supernatural reality. God is out of the picture. We live in a world without windows, as some sociologists have described it. So now the secular perspective dominates. Under that perspective, a growing pluralism is emerging. So secularism is the dominating perspective, but under that, some other alternative perspectives are present, a growing Muslim presence, for example. And some people call this a post-secular situation. Not that we have left the secular position, it's still the dominating one, but there are other perspectives coming up alongside. As a fruit of this situation, there is a third factor in addition to secularism and pluralism, and that is individualism. If there is no God, then who is at the center? Who is carrying the authority? If there is a God, of course, God is at the center and the ultimate authority is His. If there is no God, then authority is moved to the individual. And individualism is maybe the most specific mark of our time. This has made a shift in so many of the discussions. People are not searching for truth any longer, but the whole question of identity has moved to the forefront. Who am I? The individual is searching inside to try to find out who am I? And that in turn has led to a shift from what is good and evil, which is a question about objective morality, but that is not how people phrase or think about the issue any longer. But now it is much more of who is a good person or an evil person. And since individualism is guiding this process, too many people think that if someone disagrees with you and your opinion, they are evil. And this has make our culture into such a polarized culture. We are not any longer discussing what is true and false, what is right or what is wrong, but we have this polarization of people wanting to define their other people as evils or as haters. And that has led to a breakdown of so much of dialogue and conversation.